Now, people love Naruto for all sorts of reasons, but I bet you they haven't mentioned this epic point. Hey, my name is Donnie Velasco and you're jumping into another episode of Inward Monologue. Two things: why am I wearing this costume? And secondly, what makes Naruto such an epic anime? Now, I've probably already answered the first question. This costume is actually from the anime Naruto. Before I go any further, watch out, there are some spoilers ahead. Now, for those of you who have never seen Naruto before, basically take your atypical hero's journey, plunk it into a ninja village, and then put into it the whole theme of the main character being an orphan, and there you go. You have Naruto in 30 seconds. What makes Naruto so epic? Is it the fight scenes? Is it the fact that they introduced a new system of battles through ninjutsu, taijutsu, and genjutsu? Is it because it cuts across several decades of animation styles? Is it the fact that the scale of Naruto's world is so large that the lore delves into different ninja villages? Now, all of these features make Naruto a noteworthy and epic anime to be sure. But there's one feature that I do want to point out, and it's one of these phrases that's coined by one of the key village leaders, and his phrase goes something like this: the will of fire is used to describe this style, this charisma, or this intergenerational spirit that's passed on from generation to generation. Now, in doing so, Naruto shifts its tone from being an atypical hero's journey where you follow just one character through their whole developmental arc, and all of a sudden projects it into an almost infinite scale where you see this main character being both the climactic point of a story's development, but also merely a link in a longer chain of other stories in which a similar thread or spirit has been carried through. Now, some of the characteristics that's part of this will of fire is this capacity to stretch beyond yourself, and not for your own sake, but in order that future generations may reap the fruit of your actions. It enables various ninjas in the Naruto story arcs to find the best way in which they can serve other people through their ninja abilities, and not only that, sacrifice their lives so that future generations may know a future that is brighter than their own. And so, looking past all the fancy animation, looking past the individual story arcs, Naruto sets up this cultural phenomenon that's available to all audiences. How do your actions create ripple effects for future generations to come, especially when you yourself can't see how those actions play out? How is it that you're tilling the soil so that whatever grows becomes something bigger and brighter and more nourishing to the world than you could have ever produced on your own? This concept of the will of fire, how we each are a link in a longer chain that makes Naruto epic beyond scale. Here's to living out your will of fire in your own context. Let's go, but let's go.